Welcome everyone to another interesting DSA problem, which is a part 2 for remove duplicates from sorted list 2. So how this is different from the first part? First part, we just have to like avoid duplication. Here what we need to do is that we need to remove all those nodes where duplication happens. For example, there is a 3 appearing 2 times, there is 4 appearing 2 times. So whatever appearing more than 1 times, those nodes have to be removed from the entire linked list structure. So this 3 node, this 3, this 4 node, 4 node will be gone, and whatever the remaining, it's expressed in the normal structure 1 2 5. How can we do that? So one of the natural way that comes to mind was wherever the repetition happens, just before that we need to have a pointer. We can just call it as previous, because whenever we see repetition, here we have seen a repetition. So what we need to do, we need to go up to that point where the repetition ends. For example, this is the point where the repetition ends. So we need to go up to here. Let it be current. We need to go up to this point. Okay. Then we just need to connect this previous dot next, that is nothing but this pointer, to current dot next. So this will bypass the entire sequence of repeatedness. Similarly, here also we again came to a point. So we also need to come like current here, and again whatever repeated, we just need to skip all those things and go like this. So this is like an intuitive way that we can think about it. So let's try to code and like arrive at this particular elegant solution. So first thing is that we need to arrive up to this point as previous. How can we do that? So we can use some experience from the previous problem we have like arrived. For that, at the end also I need to return the head. Initially it will be head will be here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the dummy node. Let it be dummy node be here, and I'm going to connect with the head. So let's try to code, and parallelly we can try to understand the problem. So it's class solution. What is the method inside the class? Define delete duplicates self head, which is nothing but optional list node. Then we just need to return another optional list code. Okay, so this is the entire problem statement. Like, let's create the dummy node. Dummy. So one thing I have not mentioned here was I have not added this constructor of the class. I hope right now by this point we are very much familiar about this thing. Please keep it in mind, because I have not explicitly written there, but this is how we are going to work. This list node is nothing but the class to create the node. Okay, list node 0. If you required, you can just have a look at here. Yes. Then dummy next, I'm going to connect with the head. Dummy dot next equals head. Yes, we have created, and I'm going to start the previous, this point, previous from the dummy. Previous equals dummy, and current from the head. And I'm going to iterate while current. So current is here, previous is there. So while current, it will go on. If current dot next exists and current dot value equal to current dot next dot value, if that happens, that means we have encountered a repetition. So in that case, we should see how far this chain of repetition will going to happen. So we can, whenever we encounter repetition, we can check like how far it will go using this while condition. While current dot next, which we already seen from the if condition, and same thing, current dot value equal to current dot next dot value. If this is going on forever, so it's like we should update current equal to current dot next. For example, if there was one more 3, the current would have reached here by that time using this while loop. If there are multiple 3s, it would have been like remained here. Okay, so we have reached to the end point of the repetition node. And then what we need to do, once we are at the end point of the repetition node, we just need to attach the previous node, whatever we said, previous dot next with the current dot next. That we should do. So previous dot next equals current dot next. We can do a dry run for this particular example, and if there is no repetition at initial few steps, there won't be any repetition. That time we need to keep on updating this previous equal to previous dot next, because initial points, see here there is no repetition, so the previous should come here. Here also there is no repetition, so the previous should come here. Then the repetition comes and the current becomes in this point. Then the current dot next, that is nothing but this line. Okay, this this previous dot next would be attached with current dot next. So it will skip these two things. That is what happening in this particular steps. So previous pointer should also be in the exact position where it has to be there. If there is no repetition at all, the current should also move forward. For example, if it's completed this skipping and everything, the current should be here. If there is no repetition also, current should not stay here, it should come here. Okay, so that is irrespective of, that should happen at any step. So the current equals current dot next, and at the end we just need to return the head's position, that is nothing but dummy dot next. Return dummy dot next. Let's try to see a dry run. Initially this is the dummy node, previous is here, current is here, so we set everything. If current dot next, yes, there is current dot next, and current dot value, no, it is not equal to 0, so first time it will not happen. Then it will directly go here. Then previous equal to previous dot next, so previous goes here, okay, and current goes here. Similarly, next step also, previous goes here and current goes here. Here current dot next is there and current dot value is here, so the current will jump and will reach up to here. Then at this point, this previous dot next, okay, will be connected to the current dot next. Basically it will skip this everything, and after that what is going to happen, current will be here, the current will be here again, it will again what happens, you have to skip here. Then previous dot next is still here, previous has no change, it will skip and goes up to here. So this is what happened at the end. This is dummy dot next, this node will be returned. Why dummy.next? Because if the head itself got removed, it will throw out some error. That's why. So what is the time complexity? We can ask this question, like there is a while loop going inside and everything. So the time complexity is order of 1. Let me write it here. Time complexity is order of 1, order of n, sorry. Space complexity is order of 1. As you can see from whatever the explanation so far I have, because you traverse the linked list once using the pointer current. Even if you skip the duplicate using inner while, each node is still visible only once. So so that is how you have to get that intuitive picture and everything. And you can try this workout by yourself. I hope you understood the problem statement, and thank you for listening.